Good evening students. Welcome to Basic Electrical Lectures class number 11. In this lecture we are going to derive RMS value and average value of pure sinusoidal waveform, full rectified waveform and half rectified waveform. And very much important topic for university exam. Pakka they will ask one question on this RMS and average value. Any one of the three waveforms they are going to ask. Okay. We can discuss what is RMS and average value in detail. So RMS value, okay, copy down in your notes. RMS value, it is also called effective value. It is also called effective value. So root means square value. So first we can copy down the definition. Later we can derive the equations. So guys, the RMS value or effective value, I am going to tell first standard definition. Okay, just listen and then copy down. The RMS value of an alternating current is such that a steady current, DC current, a steady current which when flowing through a given circuit for given time produces same amount of heat, as is produced by an alternating quantity for the same circuit for the same time. This is called RMS value, standard definition. Okay, I will repeat once again. The RMS value of an alternating quantity is such that a steady current which when flowing through a given circuit for given time produces same amount of heat. So this word is very important. Okay, heat. Produces same amount of heat as is produced by an alternating current for the same circuit for the same time. This is standard definition. Now I will tell easiest way to what is the meaning of RMS value. Easiest way. Let you take a bulb. Okay. Now you take one bulb. Now first you connect across bulb you apply AC voltage. Let you say 6 volt RMS. Okay, if you apply 6 volt RMS value to this bulb, okay, and the same bulb you apply 6 volt steady DC supply. Okay, 6 volt DC supply. So if you apply 6 volt RMS value and 6 volt DC supply to this particular bulb, you will get same amount of heating effect in the bulb. Okay, that we can observe shining of the bulb. Okay, the bulb will give same shining. Got it? Okay, or otherwise if you take an electric stove, okay, consider an electric stove, you apply some AC voltage, okay, it produces some amount of heat for the same circuit for the same time, it produces some amount of heat. Later give DC steady supply, then also it will give same amount of heat and same circuit same time. That is called RMS value. Okay, got it? So RMS values, all AC quantities are represented by RMS and all average values, all DC quantities are represented by average. So after this we are going to discuss average quantity. Okay, understood now guys the meaning of RMS value? If for a bulb is connected across 6 volt RMS, okay, and the bulb is connected with 6 volt steady current, steady voltage, it going to give same amount of brightness in both the cases. That value is called RMS value or effective value. Okay, got it? So now there are two methods to determine the RMS value. First one is graphical method. Okay, another one is analytical method. Okay, another one is analytical method. Guys, for exam, analytical method is important. So before that, we need to study graphical method for understanding purpose. In the graphical method, you are going to get exact understanding of root mean square. Why they kept root mean square? Okay. Let you take a sinusoidal waveform. Okay, sinusoidal, standard signal. Okay, all over the world we are using this one. I will tell you the reason in the last lecture of module 1. Okay, let you take at this particular instant it is having 5 ampere. At this instant 10 amps. This instant 5. And at this instant minus 5, minus 10 and minus 5. Okay. Now root mean square value. First you write mean value. So at each and every instant, what is the value over there? 5, 10, 5 plus of, what is the magnitude? Minus 5. At this instant, what is the height? Minus 10 plus, what is at this instant, what is the height? Minus 5. Divided by how many instants are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Divided by 6 instant. That is mean value or average value. But mean square means we should take all the square values. Okay, take everything mean square value. Okay, the instantaneous values are squared over number of instants, and then put root for this entire thing. If I put root for this, then what happens? So that becomes root mean square value. Okay, got it? So 5 square, 25, 100, 25, 25, 100 and then 25 divided by 6. So how much you get? Root 300 by 6. Addition of all this. So this gives 7.07 ampere. So I taken quantity current waveform. If I take voltage waveform, you will get 7.07 volt. Okay, got it? So now this 7.07 I can write IRMS is equal to 0.707 times of maximum current. 0.707 times of maximum current. What is the maximum current in this waveform? 10 ampere. Multiply by 0.707. What you will get? RMS value you will get. Okay. See, this is the peak current. This is peak current. What is RMS current? 7.07 ampere. Okay, got it? Understood, guys? So pause the video and then copy down this graphical method. It gives a basic meaning how the definition, okay, is given like this RMS value. Guys, one more important thing is why we are not using graphical method is, suppose if the number of instants are increasing, okay, let you say in one half cycle 100 instants are there, another 100 instants. You cannot write big equation. Okay, it is time consuming. You can get solution, but it is time consuming. Okay, so if I do analytical method or integral method, if I do analytical or integral method, you will get exact value. Let's see we get same value in analytical or not. So analytical method, very important. Okay, analytical method. Okay, take a sine waveform. Okay, and represent this. I am writing for current. Alternating quantity is current. So we already studied class number 10. In that we can write easily instantaneous equation for a sine waveform. What is the instantaneous equation? Im sine omega t. So omega t quantity is current. So IRMS can be written as, you should take 1 by t. 1 by t. What is this t? Time period. Time taken to complete one cycle. That is called time period. Okay. Integral 0 to t. Integral 0 to t. I square into d omega t whole square root. Okay. Mean square. What does this t indicates? Over one cycle, how many instants are there? All the instants are considered in this range. Okay. So we consider any number of instants over one cycle. Then we are taking root of that. Let's see. We can derive this. IRMS is equal to, this is standard definition. So 1 by, what is the time period? The signal repeats after every 2 pi radians. After every 2 pi radians, same thing repeats. 1 upon 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi I square is there. What is we have? I is equal to Im sin omega t. Take square of this, then it becomes Im square sin square omega t. Im square sin square omega t into d omega t. Now take Im square outside. So we'll get Im square by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi. Now I am writing trigonometric equation for sin square theta. Sin square omega t can be written as what? 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2 into d omega t. Next, further, IRMS is equal to whole square root of, now I am taking this 2 outside the limits, okay, outside the integral, that becomes 2 into 2 pi, 4 pi. So Im square by 4 pi. Now within the bracket, integral 0 to 2 pi, integral 0 to 2 pi, 1 into d omega t, 1 into d omega t minus integral 0 to pi cos 2 omega t. I am splitting these two terms for the same integral. So integral 0 to 2 pi cos 2 omega t into d omega t. Okay, just split the integrals, that's it. So now Im square divided by 4 pi. Okay, now one integral differentiation get cancelled. What is remaining? Omega t. Apply the limits 0 to 2 pi. Now minus within the bracket. What is integration of cos 2 omega t? Sin 2 omega t divided by 2. Sin 2 omega t divided by 2. Then apply the limits 0 to 2 pi. Okay. Therefore, IRMS is equal to whole square root of Im square divided by 4 pi. Im square divided by 4 pi. Now replace omega t by upper limit minus lower limit. Replace omega t by upper limit 2 pi minus replace omega t by lower limit 2 pi minus 0. Then minus. Now replace omega t by upper limit. Sin 2 into 2 pi divided by 2. Upper limit is replaced. Now for the same term replace omega t by lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit. Basics. Sin 2 into 0 by 2. Okay. Now sin 2 into 0 is how much? 0. Sin 0 is 0. 0 by 2 is 0. This will get cancelled. Now 2 pi into 2, 720. Sin 720 nothing but sin 0. What is sin 0? 0. 0 by 2 is 0. So that will become 0. Now IRMS is equal to whole square root of Im square divided by 4 pi into 2 pi minus 0 is how much? 2 pi. Now pi get cancelled. 2 and 2 2s are 4. Okay. So this becomes whole square root of Im square divided by 2. What is the next step? Root of Im square divided by root 2. This we can write like this. 2 root get cancelled. Finally we got Im by root 2. Okay. What is RMS value of a pure sinusoidal waveform? The RMS value of pure sinusoidal waveform is IRMS is equal to Im by root 2. If the quantity is correct, Im by root 2. Okay. Now do it in calculator. 1 by root 2. Okay. 1 divided by root 2. It gives a numerical value 0.707 times of Im. It gives a numerical value 0.707 times of Im. So similarly, if the quantity is voltage, ERMS is equal to Em by root 2. Okay, you need not to derive again. In exam, they will specify only alternating quantity. Derive RMS value of pure sinusoidal waveform. Like that they will ask. You can derive it for current or voltage. Choice is yours. Okay. But you should do proper way. See, nothing is written. Only these two steps are important. Rest everything, whatever you learn basics. Okay. If you know the simplification faster, you can skip some steps. Okay. But finally, you should get this equation. Understood, guys? Okay. This is about RMS value of a sine waveform. Okay. Got it? Fine. So pause the video and then copy down. So keep in mind, eating effect is in RMS. RMS as eating effect. Okay. So pause the video and then copy down. So next is average value. Next is average value. Okay, number 2. Average value or mean value. Okay, so write the definition for this. Same thing. What you return definition for RMS value, 99% same definition. Okay, there I return heating. There I return heating word. Okay, heat. You replace heat by charge. Okay, you replace the word heat by charge, and I use the word produced. What you should do, you should write transferred. Okay, transferred. You should replace it by transferred. Okay. Now if I use the word produces, it produces same amount of heat. Here you should write it transfers. Okay, transfers. Okay, transfers. Okay, what you return definition for RMS value, write the same definition but replace the following words by these words. Okay, now I will tell the definition. You can sync with the RMS definition. And starting, RMS value replaced by average, obviously. So the average value of an alternating quantity is such that a steady current, DC current, which when flowing through a given circuit for given time, transfers same amount of charge as is transferred by an alternating current for the same circuit for same time, is called average value. Okay, got it? Understood, guys? Understood? Fine. So what you return RMS definition, same thing you write. You search this word. If I return heat, you write charge. If I return produced in that sentence, you return transferred. If I return produces, you write transfers. Rest everything is same. And RMS replaced by average. Okay, got it. Very good. So copy down this short form definition. You need not to by heart it. So charging effect, average value. Heating effect, RMS value. Okay, very good. See now here, average value also having two forms, graphical method and analytical method. Okay, so what is a graphical method? So I will take graphical method not applicable for exams. So only for understanding purpose. Okay, omega t. So let's take the currents 5 ampere, 10, 5, minus 5, minus 10 and then minus 5. Find the average value. Okay, 5 plus 10 plus 5 plus of minus 5 plus of minus 10 plus of minus 5 divided by 6 instants. If I take a mean square, what happened? Minus 5 square will become plus. So then you will get RMS value. But now only mean value. So plus 5 minus 5 plus 10 minus 10 plus 5 minus 5 cancels. So 0 by 6 is how much? 0. So what you can understood? The average value over one complete cycle is always 0. When it becomes always 0? When it is having equal set of positive values and equal set of negative values. Now this waveform is symmetric. Okay, it is having equal set of positive value and equal set of negative value, so cancel each other. So therefore the average value over one complete cycle is always 0 if the waveform is symmetric. Symmetric means it is having equal set of positive and negative values. Okay, So therefore, to compute average value, we have to consider only off cycle. And make a note, every waveform will have RMS and average value, because if I pass any supply to the device, heating effect will take place and also charging effect will going to takes place in an electrical network. Okay, heating effect and charging effect both will take place. If it is having energy storing elements, so charging effect will going to take place. All such connected across supply. Okay, got it? So therefore, to compute average value, we need to consider only off cycle. Okay, if the waveform is symmetric, consider only off cycle to compute average value. So now off cycle only, 5 plus 10 plus 5 divided by now 3 instants. So what it becomes? 20 by 3. This becomes 6.6.66. Okay, got it? This is the average value of sinusoidal waveform, pure sinusoidal waveform. But since the waveform is symmetric, if I complete over one cycle, it becomes 0. Okay, but average value is there. But we should consider off cycle, because off cycle is having sine form. We can represent this off cycle in sinusoidal tau. Okay, fine. So now make a note. This is graphical method, analytical method. Guys, make these two note, then we can start derivation. Okay. To compute average value of a symmetric waveform, we have to consider only off cycle. Once again I am telling, to compute average value of symmetric waveform, we have to consider only off cycle. Okay, what do you mean by symmetric waveform? It is having equal set of positive and equal set of negative values. Okay, example you can write pure sine wave. Okay, it is having symmetric waveform. Okay, and these are all positive values, these are all negative values, equal and opposite, cancel each other. Under such conditions, you have to take only off cycle to compute average value. Next, note number 2. To compute average value for unsymmetric waveform, we have to consider full cycle. Guys, now look at here. Okay, suppose some waveform like this. It is having a magnitude of 10 volts and this is having a magnitude of minus 30 volt. It is unsymmetric. It does not have equal set of positive and negative off cycles. Okay, negative values. Under this condition, if the waveform, this is called unsymmetric waveform. So for unsymmetric waveforms, you have to consider full cycle to compute average value. So the waveform may be like this. Okay, square waveform. So 5 volt minus 10 volt may be like this, or maybe trapezoidal waveform. Okay, maybe trapezoidal waveform. See, this voltage is 5 and this voltage is minus 10. Okay, whenever you have unsymmetric, what is symmetric? Symmetric, we can write square waveform like this. Okay, 5 volt minus 5 volt, 5 volt minus 5 volt. Okay, so these are all symmetric, having equal set of positive and negative values. Under that condition, to compute average value, take only off cycle. Okay, got it? If it is unsymmetric, take entire cycle. Take one complete cycle. Then you will get what? Average value. For unsymmetric, take full cycle. For symmetric, take half cycle. That's it. So now we can derive the average value. So now for the same sinusoidal waveform, I am deriving the average value. So omega t. Okay. So this is the maximum value. I is equal to, I am writing instantaneous equation. Im sin omega t 0 by 2 pi. Okay. Now average value is equal to, you should take, since it is symmetric waveform, yes, we have to take half cycle. So 1 upon pi integral 0 to pi, okay, I into d omega t, I into d omega t. 1 upon pi integral 0 to pi, what is I value? Madam, Im sin omega t into d omega t. Take Im outside constant. Im by pi, okay, integral 0 to pi sin omega t into d omega t. We know that what is integration of sin omega t? What is integration of sin x? Minus cos x. Minus cos x. In place of x we have omega t. That's it. Minus cos omega t. Then apply the limits. See guys, this is entire term. For this entire term, replace omega t by upper limit. Minus for this entire term, replace omega t by lower limit. So you should do the simplification properly. So Im by pi into, okay, omega t pi minus cos pi minus of minus cos upper limit substituted pi minus lower limit, because this is entire term, omega t by 0, okay, cos 0. Okay, we know that what is cos pi value? Okay, cos pi value is minus 1, minus of minus. What is cos 0? 1. So this becomes Im by pi minus into minus plus 1, minus into minus plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then it becomes 2 Im by pi. So what is the average value of a sinusoidal waveform? The average value of pure sinusoidal waveform is what? 2 Im by pi. 2 Im by pi. So do it in calculator. So you will get 2 by pi. You do it in calc. You will get 0.637 times of Im. The numerical value is 0.637 Im. Now similarly if it is voltage, what we can write? Okay, same thing, replace current by voltage. 2 Em by pi. Okay, what is 2 by pi? 0.637 times of Em. That is the average value. If it is quantity is voltage. If the quantity is current, like this we can write. Understood guys? Remember, note what I given. Note, if the waveform is symmetric, to compute average value, take only half cycle. If it is unsymmetric, compute average value over one cycle. Okay, got it? Okay, because the periodic waveform may be symmetric or unsymmetric. Okay, got it? Okay guys, just now we completed derivation of RMS value and average value of pure sinusoidal waveform. Now we have another technical terms we are commonly used in AC fundamentals. Those terms are form factor and crest factor. Okay, very important. Okay, to derive EMF equations of machines, we need form factor and all. So next definition is form factor. Okay, FORM. So form factor. See, form factor we are representing by letter KF. See, it is defined as the ratio of RMS value to the average value. So it is defined as the ratio of RMS value to the average value. RMS value to the average value. Now consider, if the quantity is current, what is the form factor? Then you should write IRMS divided by I average. What is IRMS? 0.707 times of maximum current. And what is average current? 0.637 times of IM. IM cancel. Do this in calculator. 0.707 by 0.637, you will get 1.11. So what is the form factor of pure sinusoidal waveform? 1.11. 1.11. What is the unit of form factor? No unit. It is numerical value. Okay, got it? This is the form factor. If you take current, quantity is voltage, ERMS by E average. Same answer. Okay. Next. Number 4. Crest factor. Okay. Crest. CREST. Crest factor or amplitude factor or peak factor. So many namings are there. So different author will use different namings. So crest factor, amplitude factor or peak factor, all are same. So crest factor means I am using the notation Kc. Amplitude factor I am using notation Ka. And peak factor I am using notation Kp. Okay, got it? So now we can define by taking any one of the technical term. So I am going to take Kp. So peak factor. Okay. The definition of peak factor is defined as it is the ratio of maximum value to the RMS value. Okay. It is the ratio of maximum value to the RMS value. The ratio of maximum value to the RMS value is called peak factor. What is the maximum value? Let you take quantity is current. If the current is quantity, then what is the maximum? Maximum current. Maximum value is maximum current itself. What is the RMS value? Write that to numerical value. 0.707 times of Im. Now, Im get cancelled. Do it in calculator. 1 by 0.707. How much you will get? Yes, 1.414. Okay. So, the peak factor of a pure sinusoidal waveform is 1.414. Okay. Got it? All these are very much important. In Viva they will ask, in laboratory Viva during exam time. Okay, they are going to ask this numerical values. Okay, direct questions. What is the peak factor of sinusoidal waveform? What is the numerical value? 1.414. What is the form factor? 1.11. Okay, like that you can give answers. Okay guys, understood? Fine. See now, I forget to tell about average value. Okay. See, if you take a conductor, now take a conductor and apply AC voltage for this. Okay. AC voltage. Let you take 10 volt RMS. Okay. Or 10 volt average. Okay. 10 volt average value. Average value 10 volt. You just take that value and pass some amount of this voltage source driving current. This flow of current, nothing but what? Charging. So the charge going to transfer from one point to another point. The charge is transfers for the same circuit for the same time. It has happened if we give DC supply also. Okay, if we give DC supply also, it will give same amount of charge transferred as transferred in alternating quantity. Okay, got it? So same amount of charge transferred, there same amount of heat produced, whether give AC supply or DC supply. Okay, so called average value. So average value we are using for DC quantities and RMS we are using for AC quantities. But remember, in practical every waveform will have DC as well as AC components. Okay. So if you assume pure AC waveform is, there will be 5 to 10% of DC component in that. Okay. And if you consider pure DC, in that 5 to 10% AC will be there. Okay. So we need to separate those components so that we will get pure supply. So that and all higher topics. So for first year you just study the derivations. That is more than enough. You join to electrical branch, so that in third semester we have one more subject, father of basic electrical, that is called electric circuit analysis. In that we are going to learn in detail. Okay. So next very very important. Next in exam they ask for this question: obtain form factor. I am writing in short form. Obtain form factor and crest factor. Obtain form factor and crest factor for full rectified waveform. For full rectified sine waveform. For full rectified sine waveform. This is the question they asked. But to compute form factor and crest factor, obviously we need to derive RMS and average value for this waveform. Okay. For this waveform. See, for each and every waveform, the RMS and average value differ. You won't get same answer. but definition is standard, that is constant. See now, so full rectified waveform. Look at here, this is the wave. This is the, you studied in +2, full wave bridge rectifier. What is the output? You will get output like this: 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and continues. So now we can write, this is sinusoidal. We can represent this quantity as sine form. So I is equal to Im sine omega t. Omega t. Okay, now I am deriving RMS value. Guys, 1 by t. What is the standard form? 1 by t. Instead of taking t, what is the time period? The waveform repeats at regular intervals of time. See, after every pi radians, same thing is coming. So you can take time period as pi and integral 0 to pi I square into d omega t. You refer RMS value derivation of pure sinusoidal waveform. Okay, because I am not writing standard one, directly I am writing the equation. So 1 by t, 0 to t, I square d omega t. That step I am not writing. So I square. What is I here? Im sin omega t. Take square of that. So then it becomes Im square sin square omega t into d omega t. That's it. Rest everything is basics. Just integrate this. Take Im square outside. Im square by pi. Okay, whole square root of, within the bracket, integral 0 to pi sin square omega t. Write the formula. 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2 into d omega t. So take this to outside. So therefore it becomes Im square by 2 pi whole square root of, now integral 0 to pi 1 into d omega t. Split these two terms for same integral. Minus integral 0 to pi cos 2 omega t into d omega t. Therefore whole square root of Im square by 2 pi. Okay, what is integration? See, one integral into dt. Integral differentiation get cancelled. What is left to t? For that to t, apply the limits of integration. So this is basics. Okay. So now integral differentiation get cancelled. What is left? 1 into omega t is what? Omega t. Apply the limits 0 to pi. Very good. What is integration of cos 2 omega t? We already done this. Sin 2 omega t by 2 and apply the limits 0 to pi. Okay, 0 to pi. Now next step, you can split this. So now IRMS is equal to whole square root of Im square by 2 pi. Im square by 2 pi. Now split the limits. Replace omega t by upper minus lower. Okay. Pi minus 0, upper limit minus lower limit. Then minus, okay, sin 2 pi by 2 minus sin 2 into 0 by 2. Okay, now what you will get last two terms? See, replace omega t by pi and then omega t by 0. That is what I done. So 2 into 0, 0. This term will become 0. This also will become 0. Therefore, IRMS is equal to whole square root of Im square by 2 pi. Pi minus 0 is what? Pi. Now pi get cancelled. So finally we can write Im square by root 2. Root Im square by root 2. Though this will become what? Im by root 2. This get cancelled. You get Im by root 2. So finally, what is IRMS? Im by root 2. What is the numerical value? 0.707 times of Im. Numerical value. See, for full rectified sine waveform also, we got same RMS value. Okay, RMS value is 0.707 times of Im. Okay, pause the video and then copy down. Okay, next I am deriving average value. So I am deriving average value now. So next, average value is equal to 1 by pi. See, since it is not symmetric, it is periodic waveform. There is no opposite parts. All are equal or all are positive values only. So you can take one cycle. But here one cycle repeating every pi radians. Okay. So 1 by pi, 0 to pi, Im sin omega t into dt. So before this standard step is 1 by t, integral 0 to t, I into d omega t. Okay. So next Im take outside. Im by pi. What is integration of sin omega t? Minus cos omega t. Then apply the limits 0 to pi. So therefore Im by pi within the bracket minus, okay, minus cos upper limit, then minus of minus cos lower limit. So then Im by pi minus cos pi, how much? Cos pi value is minus 1. Minus of minus cos 0 is 1. Okay. Then Im by pi into minus to minus plus 1, minus to minus plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 Im by pi. So what is average value of a pure sinusoid, full rectified sine waveform? I average is equal to 2 Im by pi is equal to 0.637 times of Im. See, we got RMS value and average value same as pure sinusoidal waveform. Okay, pure sinusoidal waveform. Okay, got it? So pause the video and then copy down. See, next step I written directly here, formula. But what they asked for form and crest factor. Form factor and crest factor. So what is the form factor? RMS by average. So IRMS by I average. What is IRMS? 0.707 Im. What is I average? 0.637 times of Im. Cancel each other. You will get 1.11. See, if both these values are same as pure sinusoidal waveform, obviously you will get form factor 1.11. Same as what you got in pure sinusoidal waveform. Then next, crest factor or peak factor. What is crest factor formula? Maximum by IRMS. Okay, I written for quantity current. So maximum is Im. What is IRMS? 0.707 times of Im. So this become 1 by 0.70 is how much? 1 by 0.707 is 1.414. So we derived this also. Obtain form factor and crest factor for full rectified sine waveform is how much? Form factor 1.11 and crest factor 1.414. So next we have one more derivation, last derivation. So out of those, so please pause the video and then copy down. Shall I do another next derivation? Yes, we can go ahead, next derivation. Guys, watch all the lectures in sequence for better understanding. Okay, don't watch the lectures randomly. Watch in sequence. Okay. Obtain form factor and crest factor for next question. All rectified sine waveform. Okay. All rectified sine waveform. This is next question number 3. See, can anybody help me how to write all rectified waveform? During positive cycle diode conducts, during negative cycle diode does not conduct. Therefore, the output voltage will be like this. Okay. So pi and 2 pi. 0 to pi diode conducts. You will get half cycle. During negative cycle diode does not conduct. So therefore you will get 0 voltage. Okay. So let you can take this quantity either voltage or current. So I is equal to Im sin omega t. Now assume we have waveform like this. This is all rectified sinusoidal waveform. What this part represent? Sine waveform. What about other part? Diode does not conduct. So therefore you won't get output. Okay, got it. So next, so straight away derive RMS and average value. First I am deriving RMS value because they asked what is form factor and crest factor. For that I need to find RMS and average. So next directly IRMS is equal to whole square root. Now you should write, look at here. Now the time period is the same waveform. Okay, this waveform. Okay, this and this from here to here, same thing is repeating after every 2 pi radians. After every 2 pi radians, the same thing is repeating. That you should write here. Okay, 1 by t is the t value is 2 pi. What I have written here, same thing you write in the integral. 0 to 2 pi, and I square into dt. What is I value? Im square. Okay, Im square sine square omega t into d omega t. So now take Im square outside. So Im square by 2 pi. Now split the limits. 0 to pi. 0 to pi, we can find area under this curve. From pi to 2 pi, 0. If you calculate also, you get 0 only. So I am splitting 0 to pi sine square omega t into d omega t. Then next plus from pi to 2 pi. From pi to 2 pi sine square omega t into d omega t. Okay, like this we can write, because Im square are taken outside. See, this second part is there now. Pi to 2 pi. You just integrate this. Apply formula 1 minus cos to omega t by 2. Then finally integrate that. Then apply the limits. At the end, the final step will become 0. Because no waveform here from pi to 2 pi. From the graph itself, we can take this limit 0. Now integrate only this part. Okay. So now whole square root of Im square by 2 pi. Okay. Into, not yet integrated. Write the formula. What is sin square theta? 1 minus cos to omega t by 2 into d omega t. Now take this 2 outside. If what happens? Im square by 4 pi. 2 into 2 pi is 4 pi. Now integral 0 to pi 1 into d omega t minus integral 0 to pi cos 2 omega t into d omega t. Okay. Now this you can simplify this further. IRMS is equal to Im square divided by 4 pi whole square root 1 into d. Cancel. What is left? Omega t. Apply the limits 0 to pi. Okay. Then minus. What is integration of cos to omega t? Very good. Sine to omega t divided by 2. Apply the limits 0 to pi. So very good. I hope you people are enjoying and understanding what I am explaining. So guys, share the video, like my videos and subscribe. Share as many friends you know. Okay, now simplify this. Im square by 4 pi is equal to omega t upper limit pi minus 0 minus omega t, put omega t equals to pi. So then it becomes sine 2 into pi divided by 2 minus sine 2 into 0 by 2. Okay, what happened last term? 2 into 0 is how much? 0. 2 pi is 360. Sine 360, 0 by 2, 0. So pi minus 0 is pi. Therefore, IRMS is equal to Im square by 4 pi into pi. Pi cancel. Pi get cancelled. Therefore, Im square by 4 root of that and root of this. So what you will get? Im 2 root cancel. Im root 4 is 2. So what is the final answer? What is the final answer? Im by 2. Im by 2. Okay. What is the numerical value? 0.5 Im. So the RMS value of RF rectified waveform, sine waveform is IRMS 0.5, 50%. See, alpha 50%. You will get RMS value 50%. Over. Okay. Like that you can remember the answer. Okay. Pause the video and then copy down. Because I want to derive again average value to find Forman test factor. Okay, written? Fine. Next, average value. Okay, look at your average value now. I average is equal to, okay, now also take full cycle. Okay, 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi Im sine omega t into d omega t. So take Im outside. So Im by 2 pi Okay, within the bracket. Now split the limits. 0 to pi sine omega t into d omega t plus next limit is pi to 2 pi. From pi to 2 pi sine omega t into d omega t. What happened this term? This will become 0. If you integrate, then substitute the limits, finally you will get 0. Then Im by 2 pi within the bracket. So what is integration of sine omega t? Minus cos omega t, then apply the limits 0 to pi. So therefore Im by 2 pi within the bracket minus, replace omega t by upper limit, minus cos pi, minus cos of 0. Okay. Finally you will get Im by 2 pi minus, what is cos pi? Minus 1, minus of minus, what is cos 0? 1. Okay, what is the next step? Im by 2 pi, you will get 1 plus 1. What is the final answer? 2Im by 2 pi. 2 gone. What is left? Im by, okay, sorry for, okay, Im by pi. Im by pi. So do it in calculator. 1 by pi. How much you will get? 1 by pi we get 0.318. 0.318 is a numerical value. So what is the average value of half rectified waveform? 0.318 times of Im. Okay. Okay. How to remember this? What is average value of full rectified waveform? 0.637 times of Im. Pure sinusoidal waveform. Pure sinusoidal waveform. How much? Average value 0.637 times of Im. You take half of that. You take half of that. You will get this one. You will get this one 0.318. Almost you will get this value. Okay. So got it. So the average value of half rectified waveform is 0.318 times of Im. So pause the video and then copy down. So next we need to go for definitions. Form factor and crest factor. Okay guys, what you can define form factor? Okay, RMS by average. Very good. Okay, what is RMS value? 0.5 times of Im. What is average value? 0.318 times of Im. Im cancel. Take the calculator, do this division. 0.5 by 0.318, how much? 1.57. What is the form factor of half rectified waveform? 1.57. Okay. Next, crest factor or peak factor or amplitude factor, all are same. So what is the definition for crest factor? Maximum by RMS. So maximum by RMS. What is the maximum? Maximum only. What is RMS? 0.5 times of Im. What is 1 by 0.5? 2. 1 by 0.5 is 2. Okay, got it? So the crest factor of half rectified waveform is 2. Okay. So pause the video and then copy down. Okay, next we can summarize all this. Whatever we learned, we can summarize once. Okay guys, look at here. You can remember this table. Okay, this table is very important for Viva. Okay, very beautiful table. Okay, here you write waveform. Okay, waveform. And you write IRMS. What is the RMS value of that particular waveform? What is average value of that waveform? What is form factor? And what is crest factor? Kc, Kp, Ka, all are same. See guys, now waveform is like this. Okay, what is this? Pure sinusoidal waveform. What is RMS value of this? Okay, Im by root 2 or 0.707 times of Im. What is average value for this waveform? 2Im by pi or 0.637 times of Im. What is form factor of this? 1.11. What is crest factor of this waveform? 1.414. Okay, got it? So first one is completed. Next, second one, what we learned? Full rectified waveform. Full rectified waveform. What is RMS value? Same thing. Same thing we got now. Im by root 2. What is average value? Okay, 2Im by pi, right? Numerical value also. 1.11, 1.414. Okay, next. So last one. Last one what we learned? All rectified waveform. Okay, pure sinusoidal or full rectified, all rectified waveform. So what is RMS value? Im by 2 or numerical value how much? 0.5 Im. What is average value? Im by pi. Sorry, Im by pi. What is that numerical value? 0.318 Im. So what is form factor? Divide this by this. 1.57. What is the crest factor? 2. So you guys remember this table. Okay. Once you compare the experiment in external exam, you are going to meet evaluator, external examiner. Okay, he is ready to check whether you know this table or not. Okay, so practice this. So they would ask for full rectified waveform, what is the numerical value of form factor? 1.11. Okay, got it? Guys, in university theory exam, out of this three waveform, anyone, they will ask pakka. Anyone, they will ask pakka. Got it? Nothing is done. Only you just, if you study this, you need not to study this. Only limit is changed. Here limit is 0 to pi. Here limit is 0 to 2 pi. Okay. What about here? 1 by 2 pi, 0 to pi. From pi to 2 pi, 0. Then just simply basics. Apply basics, you will get this numerical values. Okay, got it? So guys, like the video. Okay, give thumbs up to all my videos and share as many friends you know. So and tell them to subscribe your friends. Okay. So guys, next video I am going to explain phasor representation of alternating quantities. After that, problems. Only two topics left in AC fundamental: phasor representation of alternating quantities and then problems on AC fundamentals. Okay. So by Monday evening, I am going to upload the remaining lectures. Okay, got it? Have a nice day. Bye bye.